My poem is The Common Woman Poems 2, Ella in a Square Apron Along Highway 80 by Judy Grant. Okay, so a brief summary of this poem is that the author or the speaker is describing this woman, Ella, as a copperhead snake. And she is being depicted as very strong, and she's holding her own ground. So this theme, or the thesis of this poem, is that in Judy Grant's The Common Woman Poems 2, Ella in a Square Apron Along Highway 80, simile, metaphor, imagery, characterization of the woman, enjambments, and harsh diction illustrate how the woman Ella is holding her own ground and is very independent and brave. Okay, so first, throughout the poem, there's comparisons like similes and metaphors. So in lines 18 through 20, the speaker says, like some isolated lake, her flat blue eyes take care of her own stark bottoms, which is a simile, which is describing how the woman is taking care of herself. And then also in line 7 through 9, there's a metaphor that says, she keeps her mind the way men keep a knife, keen to strip the game down to her size. So these lines describe how she is always ready to change people so that she can defend herself. Next we have imagery. There's a lot of imagery throughout this poem, like in lines 3 through 4, and it says, her bad brown tooth behind a wicked smile. And this shows the way she how she is, or how she takes care of herself. And there's also a description in line 9 and 10, which is describing her more of a snake by saying she has a thin spine, swallows her eggs cold, and tells lies. So these words like thin and cold are imagery that helps to emphasize how she is similar to a snake. Next, there's a lot of characterization of the woman. So, in line 19, it says, her flat blue eyes take care of her own stark bottoms again. And so the characterization is her flat blue eyes. So that's describing how her eyes are. And then the first two, in lines 2 and 3, again, we're talking about her teeth and how she's sharp-worded and she hides her bad brown teeth behind a wicked smile. This is describing the woman, and it's characterizing how sharp or non-worried about her views, like the typical woman would be. There's a lot of enjambments found in this poem. Lines 11 through 14, each line is an enjambment. It says, she slaps a wet rag at the truck drivers if they could complain. If they should complain. She understands the necessity for pain. She turns away the smaller tips out of pride. So these enjambments describes how she is taking care of herself and not worried about what the truck drivers are thinking or doing. Last we have harsh diction. There's lots of harsh diction as well, like words like lie and slaps in lines 10 and 11. and in lines 15 and 16, flask, shot, and misused. These all illustrate how the woman is taking care of herself and she's not working. She's only working to survive. She's not gaining any satisfaction from her life. Thank you.